Peterson's also teaching next semester.
Bunch of announcements to cover here. This week in lab, we're going to be doing experiment 14. You will have your 11th and final quiz. And I expected more cheers than that. Woo! One have to write one, you don't have to take one, yay! And your experiment 8 and 11 report is due this week, okay? Next week, your experiment 12 report is due. It's Thanksgiving week, so we don't have lab on Thursday, so we're not going to have lab on Tuesday, but we have open labs. Monday is going to be regular, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Tuesday, because we don't have lab in there, will be open 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And Wednesday will be open 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. because I'm not going to stay open until 3:30 so people like have to work versus go home for Thanksgiving. We are also going to have lab lecture next Monday. Even though we don't have lab next week, I'm going to have a lab lecture next Monday. We're going to go through the data analysis for experiment 14. So you have that information so you can be working on it over Thanksgiving break. Because otherwise the Tuesday lab people would get that Monday night and have to put all the data analysis together for Tuesday morning the following week. Okay? So we will have lab lecture next week, Monday, to go over the data analysis. All right, I saw a hand.
How are we going to turn in experiment 12?
Talk to your lab prof. Usually we have you just stick it in the cubby somehow by some due date. So, like my labs, they'll turn them in Tuesday and Wednesday, and I've told them what time they have to have them in the cubby. So check with your lab prof. They'll let you know. All right? Okay, in 2 weeks is our final lab lecture, all right? And so we will have lab lecture then too. We're gonna go through a little bit more of data analysis because in lab that day you will go through the data comparisons in your groups for experiment 14. That week in lab, we also will do evaluations. We're gonna clean up the lab. We're gonna check out a lab drawer. So there's gonna be a lot going on 2 weeks from this week in lab as well. So plan on there being a decent chunk of work. It may not take all 5 hours, but there'll be a decent chunk of work for the last lab meeting too, okay? And then I passed out, didn't really pass out. I set upstairs, up yonder, a copy of the lab exam, okay? And the reason for that is I want you guys to go ahead and start going through it because in 2 weeks, I'm going to go over it in lab lecture. So our last lab lecture in 2 weeks, whichever day that is, December 2nd. We'll be going over this in lab lecture that day, okay? So I recommend going through it before then. Learn what you know, learn what you don't know. I will go through the exam, but you want to go through it yourself before I do so you are aware of where you're missing things and where you're not getting things correct, okay? Besides the paper copies that are in the back, which whatever is left at the end of lab lecture today, I'll put on the front ledge of the window of the stockroom. I'll also post it on Moodle, okay? So it'll be up there as well. So then, our final exam, and I started last week reminding you, I may keep reminding you, our final exam is Thursday, December 12th from 9 to 11 a.m. We all get together at the same time to take that exam, okay? All right.